Hi guys, April here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making the Sweet Snuggles Stripes crochet basket from Loops and Threads. This is the free pattern that is included right on the skein of yarn. So this yarn, which you will need 3 balls of, 3 skeins, is a size 7 jumbo. It recommends an 11.5 millimeter hook, but for this particular project, we're going to be using a size 10 millimeter hook. It's 100% polyester, and this color is granite. Of course, you can use whichever color that you choose. Again, you'll need 3 balls of this. You will need a size 10 millimeter hook, measuring tape, a darning needle. You want a large one because this is a very thick yarn, so you're going to want a large darning needle. The little metal ones might not work too well. Pair of scissors. I cannot find mine, so I have these big clunky things because the scissor snatcher has struck again. And some stitch markers. Larger stitch markers will work better, but these ones work fine for me. So that's what you'll need to do this project. So let's get started. So we're going to begin with a chain 2. So that's 1 and 2. And then into the very first single crochet, be careful not to go into your starting knot there. So right into the first loop, put 6 single crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you'll notice I am weaving in my end as I go. Okay, so then count back. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now this first stitch here, that is your very first single crochet. We're going to be doing 2 single crochet into that stitch, and then that's going to be the repeat for this round. We're just going to do 2 single crochet in every stitch. When you do your first single crochet, highly recommend that you put your stitch marker here, because this is how you're going to be able to keep track of where you finished off. So go ahead and insert your stitch marker here. Okay, and then into that same stitch, we're going to be putting another single crochet. And then 2 into the next, and then you will complete that to the end of this round. So we're coming up on the end of the round. 2 single crochet into that 6th single crochet, and you should have a total of 12 stitches. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and remove our stitch marker, and then into this next single crochet. So we're going to be starting round 3 now. We're going to start with a single crochet into the first single crochet, and again, this is where you will put your stitch marker, and then into the next single crochet, 2 single crochet. So that's 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet. That's going to be the repeat for this round, so you'll continue that all the way around to the end. In the end, you should have 18 stitches, and I will meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so we're coming up on the end. We're going to do our final 2 stitches, which is 2 single crochet into that last stitch, and then we are done round 3. So go ahead and remove your stitch marker. So for round 4 is asking us to put a single crochet in the next 2 single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the next single crochet. So we should end up with 24 stitches at the end of this round. So to start with, we will be going single crochet, and then into the third stitch we're going to be putting 2 single crochet. So that is 1, 1 and then 2, and that's going to be the repeat for this round. Single crochet, single crochet, 2 single crochet. So continue that to the end of this round, and at the end you should have 24 single crochet. So we're coming up on the end of round 4. We're going to finish off with 2 single crochet in that final single crochet. And that's it, round 4 complete. So moving on to round 5, you're going to single crochet in the next 3 single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the 4th one. We'll start with a single crochet. Add your stitch marker. Stitch markers are important because if you lose count, this yarn is not that easy to count your stitches with. And then single crochet into the next one, and single crochet for a 3rd time, and then 2 single crochet. And hallelujah, we're at gray, which should make the stitches a little easier to see. So we're going to put 2 single crochet into this last single crochet or 4th single crochet, and then repeat that. So single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and then 2 single crochet, and that's going to be the repeat for this round. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2. So 1 and 2 into that same stitch. So you continue that to the end of this round, and I will meet you at the end. It's coming up to the end of round 5. Again, you're going to finish with 2 single crochet. You should have a total here of 30 stitches. And that is it. So that is round 5 complete. So as you can see, this works up very, very quickly, this yarn. It's very bulky. So moving on to row 6, we're going to do much of the same, single crochet. This time we're going to single crochet into the next 4 single crochet and then 2 single crochet. And then in the end you should have 36 stitches. So single crochet into that first one. Apply your stitch marker, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 2. And that is the repeat for this round. So continue that around to the end, and you should at the end have a total of 36 stitches. So we're going to finish round 6 again with 2 single crochet, and you should again have 36 stitches this round. And that's it. So it is growing quite large very quickly, as you can see. So this, of course, will be the bottom of our bag. And we're working outward, and then we'll work up as we're finished. So for round 7, you're going to single crochet into the next 5 single crochet and then 2 single crochet into the next stitch. And that is going to be the repeat for this round. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, grab some yarn, 5, and then 2 single crochet into the next single crochet. Okay, so that's going to be the repeat for this round, so continue that all the way around. I will meet you back at the beginning, and you should have a total of 42 stitches. It's coming up on the final 2 stitches of round 7, so this will be stitches 40 and 42, sorry, 41 and 42, and then we're going to begin round 8. So for round 8, it's 6 single crochet, and you probably guessed it, followed by 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 single crochet. That's 1 and 2, and you will continue that all the way around for round 8, and I will meet you back at the very end, and you should have a total of 48 stitches. Coming up on the end of round 8, again, you're just going to put 2 single crochet. And then for round 9, it's going to be 7 single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the next one. So that is 1, 2, 7, and then 2 single crochet. So 1 and 2. That is the repeat for this round, so you will continue that all the way around back to the beginning, and you should have a total of 54 stitches. It's coming up to the end of round 9. Complete it with 2 single crochet, and again, you should have 54 stitches in this round. We're almost done. We have 2 more rounds left of this, of the bottom. So for round number 10, it's going to be 8 single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the 9th stitch. So that is 1, whoops, 2, and then into the 9th, I'm going to put 2 single crochet. So that is the repeat for this round, 8 single crochet and then 2 single crochet into the next stitch. At the end, you should have a total of 60 single crochet, and I will see you back at the end of row 10. So finish off round 10 with 2 single crochet. Sorry, my heater just kicked in. I don't know if you can hear that or not. So now we're going to do round 11, which is the final round for the bottom portion of the bag. So it's going to be a single crochet in the next 9 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet in the next single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 9, and then 2 single crochet. So you're going to repeat that 6 times, and at the end of this round you should have a total of 66 stitches. The repeat again for this round: 9 single crochet followed by 2 single crochet in the next stitch. You repeat that 6 times, and I will meet you back at the end of row 11. So coming up on the end of round 11, we're going to finish that with 2 single crochet. And if you did all your counts correctly, you should have 66 single crochet once you get all the way around, and that will finish off the bottom of our crochet bag. So now we're going to begin building the sides. So this is actually the underside of the bottom. So you're going to be working this way up. So what we're going to be doing is working into the back loop, which will help give us the angle to change the direction that the yarn is headed. So in many cases, when you're working in a straight row all the way up, you're going to work one row and then turn your work and then work back in the opposite direction. In this case, we're not going to do that. We're going to continue working the same as we did on the bottom, where we're just going to continue around and around, which is why the stitch marker is important, because that's how you're going to be able to see the end of each row. So for your next stitch, and I don't know if you can see this because it is very hard to see with a white yarn. So you're just going to be working into the back loop. So you have your 2 loops here, and you're just going to be working into this very back loop, and that's where you're going to work. So into that back loop, you're going to work a single crochet, and then into the next stitch a single crochet. So again, there's your 2 loops. Very, very difficult to see with this yarn. You're going to be working in the back loop only. And don't forget your stitch marker. Back loop only. And you're going to continue that all the way around for a total of 66 stitches. So continue that, and I will meet you back at the very beginning to begin building the sides of your bag. It's just finishing up the 66th stitch of your edge row, and then we will be working on the sides. So from this point, it's fairly simple. You're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you're going to repeat that 66 times until you get back at the beginning, and then do that again and again and again until you reach 8.5 inches. So that works out to be 21.6 centimeters up the sides. So that's how tall the bag is actually going to be. So you're going to be working this time under both loops, single crochet all the way around until you get back to your stitch marker, and then continue that again for each round all the way up until you get to 8.5 inches. So work on that, and I will meet you back to do the top edge of the bag. So once you come up to the end of your first row, I just wanted to show you what your project should be looking like. So that was my 66th stitch. So you'll notice if you lay it out flat that your edges are starting to come up. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to build this up now to 8.5 inches, and then we'll work on the handle part. So I'm going to continue that on, and you do the same, and I will meet you back here when I come to the end of this skein to show you how to attach your second skein, and then we will just continue on to the handles. So when you come up to the end of your skein, we're just going to attach the second one. So there's multiple ways that you can do that. This is just my preferable way. So you just simply knot it. And then you can either do it right after you complete your stitches or complete this row, or you could wait and do it at the end. But once you knot it, you're just going to sew in these two ends at the end. So I like to try to keep the knot on the inside of my bag so it's just not quite as noticeable. So I'm just going to continue on with my single crochets. And now here is my knot that I'm coming up onto. So I'm going to take these ends and push them out of my way and just work around them into the next stitch. Now you can weave these in as you go. I prefer to sew them in later just so I can weave them back and forth just to assure that they stay in place. So I'm just going to continue on past them and then continue on into your next stitch. And now, as you can see on the inside, you can see the stitches, but once they're sewn in, that knot is invisible. You won't even be able to see that knot back there. So that's it. So we'll continue on. I'll see you back for the handles. So I've now finished my side. Now, if you follow the pattern, it says to go up 8.5 inches, which is 15 rows. For myself, I wanted it just a little bit taller, so I went ahead and did 18 rows, and that comes out to be about 10.5 inches, so that was perfect for me. So to start the handles round, you're going to start with doing a single crochet in the next 2 single crochet, and then go ahead and chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to skip 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So into the 9th stitch, you're going to do a single crochet, and then you're going to do that for the next 23 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, and 23. And then we're just going to go back and repeat what we did in the beginning of this same row. So we're going to start with single crochet in the next 2, single crochet, chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And skip 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into the 9th stitch. You're going to single crochet into the next 23 stitches. So that was 1, 2, 3, and I will meet you back at the beginning after 23 single crochet. So that's 5, 21, 22, and 23. So if you did your count correctly, you should have 2 stitches remaining here. That is actually the next row. That's not this row. We've just completed this row. So now on to row 2 of the handle. First thing you're going to do is in these first 2 single crochets, we're going to crochet 2 together. So that means you go over yarn over the way you normally would and pull through. But then before you complete the stitch, go into the next single crochet, pull that through as well. So you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And then that brings us to our handle. So what you're going to do over the handle is single crochet, 12 single crochet over that handle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, and 12. So once you have your 12 single crochet, you're going to single crochet again, 2 together. So 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then do 21 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 21. And now again, you're going to single crochet 2 together, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then just like before, we're going to put 12 single crochet over this chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, and 12. Okay, and then we're going to single crochet 2 together at the edge of that handle. Oops. Yarn over, pull through all 3, and then 21 single crochet, and that will finish the round. Now, if you did all of your stitches correct, you should end this round with 70 stitches. We've gained 4 stitches during this round. So I will meet you at the end. 20 and 21. So that concludes round 2 of your handle round. I'm just going to have a quick look here and see what we have. Oops. So here are your handles. I'm sorry I can't stand this up because it's very tall and will not fit under my camera. So that is your handles up top. So we just have 1 row left and then it is complete. So for this row, which is an easy row, you're just simply going to single crochet in every stitch all the way around. Now it's important you use your stitch marker here because you don't want to accidentally go farther than you need to. So that is my first single crochet. So that's 1. And then in the handle, you're not going to go through the handle, you're just going to go into that single crochet on top of the handle there. And you're going to do that all the way around for a total of 70 stitches. And I will see you back at the beginning when you're finished. And 70. Okay, once you finish your 70th stitch, you've completed the project. So go ahead and do a slip stitch, pull through, leave yourself a good length that you can sew in. Pull that through. This is very shreddy yarn, I've noticed. Pull that through. And that is it. You are done. Let me see if I can zoom out a bit. So if you decide that you want to do a lining, if this one's not firm enough for you when it stands up, I can't actually stand it up because I don't have space underneath my camera, but it does stand up, but it's very flimsy, which is perfect for me for the purpose that I need it. But if you want it to be more sturdy so it sits more like a basket, you can get white foam roll from Creatology, which is what they ask for in the pattern. I'll try to find it and put a link in it in the description below. And you're going to need to measure from your edge at the bottom until the very top of the underside of the handle. So your initial height that you went. So if you went 8.5 inches, you're going to need to cut that foam 8.5 inches. If you went higher, you're going to have to cut that to make it so that they match. And then you will need it to be 38 inches around. And then you're just going to insert it, stitch it together like a big tube, insert it inside here, and then stitch it into place, and that'll make it much more firm for you if you're looking for a more sturdy basket. I wish I could stand it up in front of the camera. Maybe I'll take a picture after I'm done. So that's it. Just sew in your ends, and your project is finished. So if you decide to try this project, I would love to see pictures. You can send them to my email. I'm aprilblonsky@gmail.com. You can also post it on my Facebook page or my Instagram, which are both Crochet with April. And that's it. So if this video was at all helpful to you, please like down below and subscribe. And I will be back in the near future, hopefully in the next week or so, with a new video. Thank you for joining me. Bye.